Well, hi there, everybody. Good morning to you. Meteorologist Travis Kleneski here on this Wednesday morning. Wildfires, big time. They've been going for the last several days here. Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, all seeing wildfires, and all that smoke rises into the upper levels of the atmosphere and then follows the jet stream right over top of us. And we're going to continue to see some of that smoky haze over us in the coming days ahead until those wildfires go away, and they've been around for days now. So I expect that we'll probably continue to see this until we get some kind of a weather pattern shift or the wildfires get put out here. But yeah, expecting more hazy skies the next few days. Outside of that, a couple of clouds around and even a little sprinkle activity in northeast Nebraska this morning. That pushes to the east. We'll see plenty of sun outside of the smoky haze today. There's an area of low pressure right there with some light winds near it, but then winds are slightly breezy back to the west and also a little slightly breezy south wind here. It remains quiet overnight with mainly clear skies. It'll be another sunny day tomorrow, very warm temperatures the next couple of days. A little bit breezy over eastern Nebraska. Then we look to the northwest. Clouds on the increase Thursday night and a Friday morning, all ahead of a cold front. By the time we get towards Friday morning, 7 a.m., that cold front will be in northwest Nebraska, about right here. And that's going to slide southeast, slide southeast through our area today on Friday. And as it does so, that'll bring a shot of some cooler air and a few extra clouds. No moisture expected, though, with that front. Highs for today, 80s, mid to even a few upper 80s out there for this afternoon, so a little warmer than yesterday. Tonight we'll dip back into the 40s, some low and mid 50s out east, a couple of upper 30s off towards the northwest. Then for tomorrow, the warmest day this week, 85 to 90 in most locations for afternoon high temperatures. Tomorrow night, 40s and 50s for lows, and then Friday's kind of a transitional day as we'll see highs in the 60s and 70s to the northwest behind the cold front. Out ahead of it, it'll still get up into the 80s. It'll take longer for the cold front to get here. Upper 70s around the Tri-Cities area. And then on Saturday, more uniform temperatures, mostly in the 70s and lower 80s. Mid 70s to low 80s on Saturday. And then Saturday night, another cold front's going to dive south. This one brings in a bigger push of cool air that we'll feel going into early next week, the early and middle portion of next week. So again, there it is there. Very warm temperatures the next 2 days. Cooler but still above average Friday and Saturday, then much, much cooler Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, as highs will be in the low mid 60s. I would not be surprised if we have to dip down maybe 50s, especially there maybe Monday and Tuesday. And lows will be cold enough that a little bit of frost will be possible even in the Tri-Cities area once you start getting below 35 degrees. Long range, another day in the 60s on Wednesday, and then it looks like we'll try to get back into the 70s down the road there towards Thursday and Friday of next week. North Platte, upper 80s the next couple of days, and then it's mid 70s on Friday, a little breezy there behind the cold front. Saturday, upper 70s, and then it's back down into the 60s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and lows will be cold enough for areas of frost to develop. I think we will see some places down into the 20s for overnight lows early next week. Another cool day on Tuesday, and then it will warm up a little bit on Wednesday, back to around 70, mid 70s by Thursday and on Friday. And one thing I will note here, going back to the Tri-Cities forecast real quick, next Wednesday and Thursday, state softball here in Hastings. And so it looks like the weather will warm up a little bit for that here, as that'll be the final 2 days there. I believe that's next Wednesday and Thursday. I shouldn't say that before looking it up, but I believe it is next Wednesday and Thursday. And then I think the championships move to Omaha on Friday. So, but anyway, it should be decent weather if we can stay on the warmer side there. Now, long-range models are still hinting at warmer than average temperatures sticking around through the middle of the month, basically through October 22nd. So we are still likely to be above average according to the Climate Prediction Center. Right now, I'm not seeing anything that really says chilly fall weather or really cold fall weather until maybe the very end of the month or early November. It may be a while yet. So yeah, we get a little chilly early next week, but it's kind of a temporary drop, and we're still likely to be below average precipitation-wise. But I am holding out hope that maybe eventually some of this starts to sneak closer to us. But as of right now, like I said, it's probably going to be the end of October or early November before we see any dramatic changes coming our way. Long-range models, still not much moisture here for us, even with these cold fronts coming through these next few days. So, kind of unfortunate here. Maybe looking towards next weekend around the, I gotta look it up here, the 19th and 20th of October. We'll see. Speaking of, by the way, this is next Saturday, big Husker game in Indiana, Bloomington, Indiana, which is southern Indiana, and I think right now the weather looks quiet there, at least according to that model. Let's look at the GFS model. Not much for us. Barely any moisture over the next week and a half or so. And then as we get towards next weekend, the 19th, 20th, maybe some moisture. Again, I mentioned Indiana. Again, it also has them dry here on the GFS model. So as of right now, we will probably see hopefully good weather for there. Let's hope we can get a little bit of moisture in our area by next weekend, because there's not much that's coming until then. Well, I do need to let you all go for today, as I have to go back on television and do a little work here. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all again on Thursday morning. Take care, and God bless.